Hey guys, it's Diabor Disaster here, coming at you with yet another deck profile. You may have seen my post a few days ago where I ended up taking Royal Knights to locals and going 3-1. So we're going to go ahead and profile the new list today. And here soon I'll be getting a lot of sexy upgrades for the cards in this deck. Really can't wait for that. But for now, we'll stick with our boring little boys here. So we're on, obviously, Forge Razel. This is, you know, your heart and soul of the deck. You can't play it without it. Most of this is going to be pretty close to the one I posted a while ago. We're on Fort Magnamon, Fort Dynasmon, so you can dig for your pieces. You know, really nothing to say there. I'm just going to go like quickly through this part until I get to like the text, and I'll explain why. We're on 3 Alphamon. Some lists only play 2. I like 3 in this, especially. You'll see why in a little bit. 2 Leopardmon. I feel like this card can brick a little bit at 3, but 3 is probably fine. But I'm playing a few things that are not Digimon, and so they're handy to have at low counts. Same with Gonkumon. You know, combo right here. And then we're on 2 Gallantmon currently. I'm about really to put a third one in here. I have like 1 or 2 cards I'm thinking about just outing for a third copy. The card's just good. And then we are on 2 Ulforce, 2 Kentaurus, 2 Jess, and 1 Lord Knight. We are not on Examon this time around. I needed room for a few other things. This list is a bit teched out for my current local meta. We are on currently 1 copy of the OG Magnamon, just another Royal Knight 7-drop, and it's nice to be able to put bodies out. That's really all this Magnamon's purpose is. We're on 1 copy of the current Craniumon. I probably should put this with this list already, but a lot of lists play 2 of this. I'm not a huge fan of this card right now, although going into the current format I might consider another 1 or 2 copies, because going up against what was it, Devas, this card is really good against Deva. Outside of like Heaven's Judgment, they really can't out this the turn it's played. It's just good. And then we're also on 1 copy of the OG Craniumon. Now this card is like, this is my favorite card currently in the deck. And because what you can do is, if you have the right Omnimon setup, you can like fish this out with Leopardmon as well, and it just makes your entire board blockers, and then all your blockers cannot be deleted by your opponent's effects as long as this Craniumon's up. It's super hard to out when you're playing against anything purple or red. They really just cannot out your board once this is up. It's so good. This next card is a bit of a, I would say this is probably the tackiest card in my deck. This could be a lot of things. It's probably what I would end up taking out for the 3rd Gallantmon, and that is an Omnimon X antibody. But there's actually a point of having this in here. First off, he's really good under Purge. You just put him under your Drazel, bring him out with Purge, and he swings and kills anything 15k or less, and that's almost everything in the game. But there's another point of this card, which I'll get to in a minute. And then obviously our 4 Omnimon, like our win button. You usually need to see this card to win the game, but you usually do, and you usually win when you do. Our non-Royal Knights is 2 Omekamon. This card is, I have a love-hate relationship with this card, I'll be quite honest. But like, he actually needs to be in here specifically for the reason I'm playing other cards. We're playing 1 of the Blanc that draws 2, and then 2 of the CL that gives all our guys reboot and digs 3 down. I mean, these are just good cards, and when they're brought out with Genkumon, they're just super good. Now into Tamers. We're on 2 Marcus. We still have to be afraid of Psychmon and respect it, so we have to have an out to it. I thought about making this into the Porcupamon, I believe it's called, from set 13, but I think I like the idea of having a memory tamer better, and especially since we're also on 2 TK Kari, you're almost always lower security than your opponent in this deck, so this card's just free memory. Also, you can combine it with Magnamon and Kentaurusmon and actually be able to hit some really magic numbers with their DP reduction. Just an overall good card. I feel like it's like a perfect inclusion to this deck, no matter how you build it. And then we're on 2 Digimon Emperor. Honestly, I'm about to put a 3rd copy in here. This card is correct in this deck. Obviously, it's really good in the current meta where everyone has to, you know, shove up a rookie and keep going. But this card also nets you a lot of draws because almost everything in your deck deletes. And as long as you pop a 5 or less, you actually get the draw. And if you get 2 of them up, you can draw 2. And since you have to be able to get down to your Omnimon, like, this card helps you dig so deep. And like I said, it does put people on the back foot when they're trying to, you know, push out and actually do their thing. It actually forces them to Digivolve in the back once, which might, you know, mess up their effects a little bit. So, you know, it comes up. And then lastly, for options, we're on 4 Purge. You know, the other bread and butter card of the deck. You see in Purges, you probably doing well. Lastly, the reason why we're playing all those like really awkward numbers of things is because we are on a 3X program. This card is so good. It catches a lot of people off guard, and I don't know if you know what this card does, but it deletes one of your opponent's Digimon without X antibody in its traits, and then if there's at least 3 Digimon in play, it deletes everything in play without X antibody traits. So what you do with this is often you will just like use your Drazel to reduce the cost of, say, your Alphamon or your Omnimon X antibody. Since they have X antibody in their traits, even if there's 3 Digimon up, they won't get deleted by X program. So it lets you keep a body on the board while you wipe theirs. In security, by the way, it does just delete 1 non-X antibody Digimon on their board, so it's not as good when checking security, but often than not, you usually just want to like put Alphamon or something up and then just wipe their board with X program, and now they have to deal with Alphamon's Floodgate effect, and now they have like no board. And this is only bad now against the Metal Guru line and the Greymon line, which no one really plays the Greymon deck too much, and then Fenrir Lugamon, because they conveniently have X antibody. But, you know, outside of those matchups, this card is just free value, and since you can get a bunch of draws off of using the Digimon Emperor with it, and if you have Digimon Emperor up and they have something in the back, you may force them to promote earlier than they want to, giving you the memory back so it doesn't cost as much. Card's just overall really good, and your Digi-Egg is white, so you'll always be able to activate it. So that's our Royal Knight list. There's nothing real more to say about it. It's Royal Knights with a little bit of tech added to it, and it's proven to be very good even still now. Royal Knight's so good into decks that just if they can't out your board, you know, your pressure's always there, and with the Craniumons especially, it gives you the ability to like push against the decks that are just better at answering your board normally. And like if they can't answer your board, you just keep putting stuff under Drazel, and then you put them on a clock. Once you got the few Knights under your Drazel, you just plop down the Omnimon, and either you win the game that turn or you checkmate the board so badly they can't recover, and then you win on the follow-up. Yeah, deck is still as good as it's been, and with some decks not even bothering with Psychmon clones anymore, like, deck's still really good. And hope this gives you the incentive to try playing it again. But for now, I'll see you guys next time. If you enjoyed that video and want to see more, feel free to click on the most recent video link on the left side of the video, or just go to my channel link and check out all the awesome Digimon content I have for you there. While you're there, smash the subscribe button for me so we can keep the channel going. Also, more content on my TikTok about Digimon news, card releases, and just general rants about the card game, and the occasional random video. Don't forget to answer the question of the week at the bottom of this video, down in the comment section, and as always, have a diabolical day.